This is KRQE News 13 with Dick Niffing and Diane Anderson.
Frustration is festering among residents of a southeast Albuquerque neighborhood who claim the city made a bad move.
Neighbors and at least one city councilor claim city planners put a busy BMX track too close to their homes. Not just any BMX track, one of the largest in the nation. The track and its massive structure sit just east of Isotopes Park at Cesar Chavez in Buena Vista. News 13's Tim Maestas digs deep tonight to see how city leaders are preparing for what could be a multi-million-dollar mess.
The key thing now is really to see what can be done to fix the problem. There's clearly a nuisance has been created for the folks who live right here.
But you don't see it existing the way it is?
No, absolutely not.
City Councilor Isaac Benton is behind the push to change things. At this $6 million BMX racetrack built for days like this. The American Bicycle Association's Spring National Competition took place last weekend. Councilor Benton met with us on what was supposed to be a quieter day.
It's an impressive facility anyway.
But something tripped the alarm. The noise, nothing new to neighbor Sam Baldonado, who lives just across the street.
It just doesn't make sense. It's very confusing as to why it was built back up here next to our house.
Sam Baldonado, his neighbors, and Councilor Benton say the BMX facility was never supposed to be this close to the homes here. In fact, the original site plan had the complex sitting 500 feet further west.
There's just no buffer between those people and this facility.
The original site plan passed the Environmental Planning Commission in early 2005 with the neighborhood's approval. But later that year, city planners decided to adjust the layout, moving the BMX facility to the opposite end of the property next to Sam Baldonado. Neighborhood residents didn't know. Do you feel like the city pulled a fast one on the neighborhood?
Well, yes, the whole neighborhood feels like that. And they're having an event, you can hear all the people screaming. The announcer on the loudspeakers like, "Here comes Johnny."
Baldonado's home video shows what it's like from his front yard.
You can still hear.
And in his backyard, too.
There's always a fine film of dirt and dust all over the windows, the cars.
What were the reasons for changing the layout of the park?
Okay. Of course, this went to the Planning Commission, Tim, in February of 2005.
City Planning Director Richard Deneen says in November of 2005, a modified plan went to the city's Development Review Board, which then approved it. He says the revised plan better serves the grand plan to eventually include a velodrome track. And he says city planners were not required to notify the neighborhood or consider neighbors' input.
I think probably what I know today, and if I'd have known then, I would have, taken the time to notice them and try to give them a little bit more chance to do it.
We don't want to play the role of the big cold government entity that doesn't care about its citizens. That is absolutely not the case.
According to the city's municipal development department, efforts are already underway to address the neighborhood's complaints about noise and blowing dust.
We're going to lay a chemical on the track that is going to pack all the dirt down so that we won't have that issue.
Duke City BMX track manager Liz Fernandez says preserving the track is a must.
Our kids, this is what they call home.
On non-race days, kids and adults can play or practice on the track, even rent the equipment.
To tear it down and move it, I honestly don't think that taxpayers are going to want to do that.
Tearing this place down and relocating it is a possibility, according to Councilor Benton. Several weeks ago, councilors passed a bill calling for a study to see what it would cost to relocate. City administrators say it could cost as much as $6 million.
In this current economic situation, we're not sure that's the best use of taxpayer money.
It's all relative. I think probably if you lived across the street here, you'd think it was worth it. A, it's moved. B, it stays here, and we put some serious effort into remedy. It would have made a big difference to put it where it was approved.
Tim Maestas, KRQE News 13.
Councilor Isaac Benton says that neighbors sued and settled with the city a short time after the track opened 3 years ago, but the problems persist. Councilors are expected to take up the issue again next month, and we'll let you know what happens.
Yeah, don't ask those neighbors anything about that.
Yeah.
That's going to be here. No, wait a minute.
What's 500 feet, right?